Number of unaccompanied minors crossing the border into the United States has declined, but the courts are still jammed with juvenile immigration cases. The Obama administration ordered them fast-tracked in July, but now some attorneys and even the judges say that was a bad move. Fox 4's Natalie Solis in tonight to explain. Natalie.
Well, Steve, for example, part of the process would have taken several months in the past. Now it's reduced to just a couple of weeks. And while that might sound like a good thing when tackling a nationwide backlog of 375,000 cases, some attorneys and judges say it is happening at the expense of these children.
It's really stressful.
Melissa Weaver works in the trenches of juvenile immigration court, recruiting attorneys to represent unaccompanied minors pro bono, a tough sell after the Obama administration ordered cases expedited in record time.
Not everyone has 30 hours in the next 2 weeks to devote to something, no matter how much you care about it and how passionate you are about it.
Weaver says in the past, the federal immigration court in downtown Dallas averaged one juvenile docket a week. Now there's nearly one every day.
These cases have many components, and even if I want to do them as fast as I can, we may depend on the state court, and the state court also has its own dockets, and we can't force them to see our kids.
It's become such an issue, Danilee Marks, president of the National Association of Immigration Judges, called out the Obama administration Wednesday, saying fast-tracking cases is unfair to immigrant kids, many of whom never get legal representation. The Dallas Hispanic Bar Association trying to stay ahead of the game, educating attorneys like Ruth Jeremiah, who normally does corporate law.
With the influx of children that came to the border, I decided to jump right in because it is dealing with a passion of mine.
In the meantime, the Human Rights Initiative of North Texas now taking the step of handing out pamphlets, educating children and their relatives on how to represent themselves.
My thought is to give them as many resources as possible when they're here to help them make an educated decision at their next hearing.
Well, Judge Marks of the National Association of Immigration Judges went so far as to call for immigration courts to be removed from under the Department of Justice. She calls them the forgotten stepchild, and she says she does not believe the courts can be neutral while falling under a law enforcement agency. Steve.
Natalie Solis, thank you.